Alright guys, so we just got some new Roblox jailbreak update news here today, and well, we might be getting a map revamp. We're also getting some other things as well, like a jailbreak movie and also completely new UI. So all of this UI here is going to be getting redone. Before that though, we are actually doing a free Power 1 giveaway here in Jailbreak for 60k subs. So if you want to go ahead and enter that giveaway, then make sure to subscribe. But anyways, getting into all of this new jailbreak stuff here, starting with the new UI. Basically what's happening is, as you guys are aware right now in jailbreak, the UI isn't really too consistent. Just as an example here, if I open up the money menu, you guys can see it's got its own little style, but as soon as I open up the safes menu here, it's just completely different from this style. Same goes for the season menu here, you guys could see it's got its own style, but if I open up the cash menu again, or even the settings menu, it's just completely different. So to fix this problem, Asimo over here on Twitter has given us some possible options for UI revamps here in Jailbreak. This right here, of course, is our first option, which I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like too much because it just looks kind of weird. As for the second option though, this is what that looks like. Honestly, this one looks a lot better. It looks a little bit more like trading. The reason I say that is because of all of these boxes here, and trading has those boxes in the UI, but the main thing that I'm looking at here is the map. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that jailbreak map there is not how the game looks like right now. That desert is incredibly small. Maybe that's the map from 2020 where the desert was smaller, or maybe they're just going to completely shrink the desert here and make it so small to the point where they might as well not even have one. So yeah, I guess we'll have to see about that here in the coming months when they actually start releasing all of this stuff. But yeah, we do actually have one more different style of UI. This right here obviously is what that looks like, and honestly it doesn't really look that bad. It's better than what we have right now at least, so that's a win. But yeah, make sure to go ahead and put which one of these different UI styles you guys would prefer here in Jailbreak down below in the comments. If Asimo is watching this video for some reason, I guess you could use the comment section as like a poll or something. But yeah, moving on to our next bit of jailbreak news today, and that is that we're going to be getting a jailbreak movie. Yes, you heard me correctly, a literal Roblox game is going to be getting a movie, and it's going to be made by the same people that made Invincible. Now, for those of you guys that have never heard of Invincible before, this right here is what it looks like. You guys could see right here, it's been going since 2021, so about 4 years now. And while the reviews are pretty good, it has 8.7 out of 10 on IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes is 99%, Prime Video is also 8.7 out of 10. So yeah, it's pretty clear that these people know what they're doing, and well, this jailbreak movie is probably gonna be pretty good. Something I'm really wondering about this movie though is what the story is actually gonna be about. Because obviously here in Jailbreak we do have the CEO, but we've only seen him like 3 different times. I mean, maybe they're gonna make the movie about grinding hyperchromes or something. I really hope not, because that would be incredibly boring. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see once the movie actually gets properly announced with a trailer. Because yeah, right now we have absolutely no idea what this movie will be about and what the story will be. We only know that it exists. And for those wondering when this movie is going to release, Asimo did say over here on Twitter that they've spent roughly the past 18 months on this, but they aren't really ready to announce a release date yet. So yeah, the movie is still in early production, so I'm assuming it should be releasing maybe 2027. Obviously, since Jailbreak released in 2017, 2027 would be the 10-year anniversary of Jailbreak, so maybe to celebrate that, they'll either be releasing the movie itself or like a trailer or something. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, that right there is pretty much everything we know about this upcoming Jailbreak movie so far. Obviously, like Asimo said, they only started working on this movie like 18 months ago, so there's not really much else we know about it yet. So yeah, hopefully sometime next year we get a trailer or something. But yeah, moving on here to our next thing in Jailbreak now, and that is all of the new map stuff. Basically, right over here on Twitter, Asimo said that there's a new Jailbreak map announcement. Over the next few months, our map will change size and shape, with locations inside changing too, plus you'll get to see this happen in real time with regular updates. Then with a military helmet emoji here, he says first up with a picture of the military base. And while in this picture, you guys could see here in the background, we've got pictures of dirt, monster trucks, tanker trucks. For some reason there in the background, there's also just a transparent yellow cube. And while over there in the background, the fence is literally missing. So if we go ahead and come back here to the main Jailbreak game and head over to the military base, you guys could see that all of this is actually happening in the game right now. Over here we have the monster trucks, the tanker trucks, the dirt piles and stuff. I'm not really too sure how this monster truck got up here because there's literally no way for it to climb up here. And yeah, of course, this fence right here is just completely missing. And for some reason, it's over here. Somehow, it also seems like they broke the fence because for some reason, there's two pieces of barbed wire on it. You got one here at the bottom and one at the top. And okay, it still works. Okay, Jesus. But yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say that the military base here in Jailbreak is going to be going somewhere else. It's being removed from the Crater City Desert here. And well, we actually know where it's going to be going. That's because if we go ahead and come back to Asimo's Twitter account here, you guys could see that this person was asking Asimo if the military base will go back to Rising City like how it used to be. And then of course Asimo responded with the eye emojis, which pretty much always means yes. If you guys have been around for these Jailbreak news videos long enough, yeah, that's pretty much always been the case. So yeah, the military base here in Jailbreak in one of these future updates should be moving back to Rising City. If I had to guess where, it's probably gonna be maybe like somewhere here in the middle. Maybe they're gonna put it back here where it used to be in like 2019. Or maybe they're just gonna completely demolish this mountain and put the military base right on top of it. We have no clue. Previously, before the military base got removed from Rising City though, it was right here, right next to the city. So maybe this is where it's gonna be. But yeah, what is for sure is the military base here in Jailbreak is gonna be getting a revamp, and it's also gonna be somewhere else on the map that isn't in Crater City. And actually, speaking of Crater City, they might actually be removing it from the game. Because Asimo over here on Twitter said that you'll see a lot of changes in the north. We drew up a bunch of plans, started in September, and it's time to begin. And well, lately Asimo has been kind of talking about removing a lot of the things up here. And like I said, maybe Crater City will be part of that. Maybe Crater City will actually be removed. Honestly, I don't really think it would make that much of a difference to the game. Like, obviously, it would suck having a whole city get removed. But when you actually think about it, there's not much over here. You have a gun store, which there's already 2 other gun stores. You have a bank, which isn't really too different from the other bank and is just kind of weird anyways. And then, of course, you have this penthouse here, which they could probably just copy paste over. It's not really that big of a deal. So yeah, if they were to remove this, I don't really think many people would really care, at least in the long term. This airport over here as well doesn't really serve much of a purpose either. And as for the casino over here, they could probably just move it over there to the main part of the map as well. But yeah, make sure to go ahead and put what you guys think of that down below in the comments. You know, Crater City getting removed. Like I said, I don't really think it would be that bad. You know, it would take a little bit of getting used to, like the removal of rolling, but in the end, you know, it would just be less lag. Removing this would also make it significantly faster to get around, so, you know, it might not be that bad. That is, assuming that they don't remove any of the major things here, like the oil rig and the casino and the mansion, of course, because if they removed those, then that'd be pretty bad. But yeah, anyways, that right there is pretty much everything new in Roblox Jailbreak for right now. I believe we should be getting a new update here in Jailbreak sometime later today, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But yeah, in the meantime, that's pretty much it.